Hey, what's poppin', everybody? Let's go ahead and recap yesterday. Still haven't been able to connect on some pits here. A little bit of a cold streak that we are on. Always going to own up to it, whether I'm on a hot streak or a cold streak. A little bit cold right now we are. Lock of the day yesterday was Nicholas Claxton over 9.5 rebounds. He got into some foul trouble yesterday, and it just ruined the whole slip for him. He actually ended up getting to 9 boards, of course, so he just found a half. You know, he fell the hook shy, but doesn't matter if it doesn't hit at the end of the day. And Nicholas Claxton got to 9, got into some foul trouble. It is what it is. Jalen Green did end up going under for us. Thankfully, because of the blowout in that game, he didn't end up getting enough time really to hit his line. Finished with 21, so he did finish on the hook. So we got it on the good side of it on there, but he did end up going under it. Got a little nervous. He had 9 points in the first quarter, but normally when both teams start a game, both teams start a game shooting over or scoring 30 or more points, 35 more points in the first quarter, combining for like 70 points in the first quarter. They can't keep that shooting percentage up. So they both teams in that first quarter started the game hot, red hot, and Jalen Green did have 9 in the first quarter, but did still end up going under for us. Did Jalen Green against the Timberwolves there, and then our added play by the end of the day did end up being Brandon Ingram. I did mention in the video yesterday. Shot 6 for 21 at 1 point and just never really got going. He took the amount of shots that I wanted him to take right. He was their number one option clearly offensively, but CJ McCollum and Zion Williamson just got better. They just got going. The two of them a lot more. They were connecting a lot more shots. Brandon Ingram just was not connecting on his shots. I'm going to double check real quick just to see exactly the percentage he did shoot. It did end up going into overtime, so I got a little excited, but it didn't end up hitting. So it ended up shooting 7 for 23. So Zion, CJ, and Brandon all shot over 20 shots. Brandon tied with CJ for taking the most shots, but CJ made 12 of his shots, and Brandon Ingram only made 7. So that was definitely the difference there between the shot makes there for Brandon Ingram. So ended up going 1 and 2 yesterday. Got 2 plays today because there's only 4 games. So let's get right into it, man. Real quick, if you guys are new to Underdog Fantasy, in the link down in the description below, I have a link that takes you straight to the App Store where you can download Underdog Fantasy because you're going to want to hop in on the action this year. They have added a whole bunch of new features to Underdog Fantasy this year. Starting with the brand new insurance feature, okay? This insurance feature is a new thing that has been super requested for the fans and the customers of Underdog Fantasy. Essentially, all you do is you click insurance right here. And if you can see right there, all you have to do is hit 4 of these picks to win, but the value does drop down. So if you turn off the insurance, you do a $10 bet, you obviously get $200. And if you turn on the insurance feature, it drops down a multiplier down to 10. But if you miss one of these picks, say, Jameis Winston gets hurt or something, he doesn't end up throwing 2 touchdown passes. But everybody else hits like Lamar, Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, and Justin Jefferson. All these guys hit. You still hit the slip. You just get it for $100. It just goes down a multiplier, which is a huge feature a lot of people have been asking for, so they received it. Also, they have added second half lines now to games. Obviously, it is on. There is nothing up because there's no NFL second half games, but they have added NFL second half. So just like for the Thursday night game, I'll throw up that clip right here. Thursday night, they dropped all the second half lines for that Thursday night game between the Bills and the Rams. They've added a bunch of new features this year. They're trying to improve to get the app better for you guys. Also, when you sign up, if you use code TAKEMYSHOT, you'll get $100 match, up to $100 match and 100% deposit match on your first time deposit. So if you do that, you can deposit $50 to get an extra $50, $20 to get an extra $20. Whole lot of stuff coming in with Underdog Fantasy this year. Make sure you sign up with code TAKEMYSHOT. Now let's get to today's bets. All right, coming in hot with today's lock of the day. We're going to head over to the Toronto game. We're going to go ahead and take OG Anunoby today, over 24.5 points and rebounds we are today. Now, OG Anunoby today will be the number 1 option here for this Toronto Raptors offense. They're going to be without Pascal Siakam for a couple of weeks. Fred VanVleet still questionable. I have a feeling he'll probably end up playing today, but he's going to be the primary scorer for this team. Outside of really, I think he is. I'm gonna go ahead and say I think he's their best scorer is OG Anunoby. Also a very aggressive on the glass kind of guy. In that Dallas game when Pascal got hurt at the end of that game in the fourth quarter, OG Anunoby took over as the number 1 scoring option in that game. So unless a guy like Fred VanVleet or Gary Trent ends up getting going from deep, I think he'll be their number 1 scoring option. The spread on that game was a close one, if I'm not mistaken, between the Raptors and the Bulls, which is sitting at a 2.5 point spread. So a bucket spread in that game. 221 total, so not too high, not too low. They're right in that middle ground. I think OG Anunoby will be the number 1 scoring option, and I think he'll have a fair shot at rebounds, as he is a guy that is quite aggressive on the glass. So give me OG Anunoby today over 24.5 points and rebounds. And our last play of the day will be coming from the Wizards game. Give me Monte Morris under 9.5 rebounds and assists. Not quite sure why this total is so high today. It could be because Bradley Beal's, sitting around on that injury report. Still without Bradley Beal in the lineup, I'm liking this line a lot. He's gone under in 6 out of 9 games. He only plays about 27 minutes per game, so he's not a guy that gets a whole lot of time. They're a 9.5-point underdog, are the Wizards in this game, taking on Memphis. This total in this game only sits at 221 as well, so they're not anticipating it to be a high-scoring or a low-scoring game. It's kind of right there in the middle there. So the combination of him really not being on the floor that much, a guy that doesn't rebound. Really what I'm liking about this line is he doesn't rebound the ball a lot, right? He's a smaller guard out there. No reason for him to be getting rebounds in this game, especially against this Memphis team, who a year ago was the #1 rebounding team in the NBA. I don't know their numbers exactly this year, but I can't imagine they're too far off that as well. So I really just don't think he'll get the rebounds in this one. He could get high in his assists. I just don't think he'll get to the rebounds. So give me Monte Morris under 9.5 rebounds today as our last play of the day. All right, so that's going to mean it's time for our perfect 2 slip for today. I did post an NFL slip on my Instagram earlier today, so that will be the 3 slip for today. So today's 2 slip, and I did just double check. Bradley Beal got COVID. I forgot that he went into health and safety protocol, so he is out. So technically, I guess that's why Morris's line is a lot higher than normal. But again, like I said, I don't like the chances for him to get a whole lot of rebounds. So the lock of the day today is OG Anunoby over 24.5 points and rebounds. Monte Morris under 9.5 rebounds and assists is our second play of the day. For only 2 today, because only 4 games, as our 2 slips for today. All right, guys, sitting on the verge of going minus units on the month of November. Really just need to get on track here. Only going to do 2 plays today, not going to force it a lot. Really loving these plays. OG Anunoby is going to be, the #1 option is offense without Pascal on the offense. And Monte Morris he's not going to get the rebound today, I think, to hit that line. So those are our 2 plays for today. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.